Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Carla. For those of you that are new, welcome. I'm Carla. I live in Liverpool in the United Kingdom. I'm 46. I'm married to Darren and we have a cat called Thomas. So I've only been crocheting since September 2017 and I've only just been starting to do some knitting just recently. So also love paper crafting, also love cross stitching. I like a variety of things to do for my crafting, so hopefully you'll see other things on my channel. If you do like what you see, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please give this video a like and a comment. I love talking to everybody. I love making new friends from all over the world. It's fab. The fibre community is awesome. I've met so many different people across the world. It's just amazing. So today's video is a tutorial. So this is my first ever designed hat. It's a really easy beginner tutorial. It is a 5-row repeat, but please don't be put off by that because 3 of the rows are exactly the same stitch. 2 of the other 2 rows are completely different, so it is easy. So this is the design, which I hope you can all see. And I've just finished the border of the hat doing crab stitch, also known as reverse double crochet. I will be using UK terms as I'm in the UK, so I will say if it's a different stitch if you're in the USA or any other country that uses different terminology. I will let you know what's what. So for this hat I actually used, this is King Cole Melody. It's double knitting, so it's a 3-weight yarn. 100 grams this was and it's 100% acrylic. It was 290 meters, approximately 320 yards when I obviously had the skein in full, but as you can see, obviously I've used some of it to do this beautiful hat. So without further ado, let's do the tutorial. So for this tutorial you will need a corresponding hook that will go with the weight of yarn that you're using. Today I'm using a Hayfield Spirit chunky yarn. The shade is 406, lot number 2106, F257. There's no actual colour name for this one. Yes, there's no colour name for this one. So there's the bit more close-up of the details. So yeah, so it's a really nice corally and brown and grey with a bit of cream in it. It's a really pretty yarn. So let's get started. So you will need a hook, you will need a darning needle for your ends, scissors, and if you wish to keep track of where your where the top of your first stitch is, a stitch marker, which I will use now. So what you need to do is you need to make a slip knot. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to make a slip knot. So all as I do is I use my middle finger and twist the yarn like this. So you've got your working yarn crossing over your tail end, then your working yarn put underneath the hole that you've made, and then all I'm doing is I'm pulling through and then pulling it with the tail, and just need to shorten it down a bit so your slip knot is nice, and then just pop your hook through. Right, so what you need to do is you need to chain 4, yarn over and pull through, 2, 3 and 4, slip stitch into the first chain, so put your hook through the chain, yarn over, pull through that chain and then pull through, so you're slip stitching through to the 4th chain. So this will create a small hole which we'll be working into. Okay, so then you need to chain 3, these 3 chains will count as your first treble stitch. So in the USA this is your double crochet. So what you need to do now is to make, you need to make another 11 trebles into this hole. So what you need to do is you need to yarn over, put your hook through the hole, yarn over, pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So that completes now your second treble. I'll show you again. Yarn over, put your hook through the hole, yarn over, pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. I'm now going to complete the rest of this round and I'll join you back in a moment. So as you can see, I've now completed the first round. What you can do, because there is a tiny little hole here, is just very gently pull on your tail. This should hopefully, as it has done, close up the hole a little bit more. So what I need to do now is to slip stitch into the top of the first treble crochet, which was your 3 chains. So just put your hook through, yarn over, pull through and then slip stitch. For the next round, for round 2, you need to chain 3, and you need to make another treble crochet back into the top of that same stitch. So yarn over, put your hook through the hole, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 and yarn over and pull through 2. So there you have 2 treble crochets into that 1 stitch. What you need to do now is you need to do 2 treble crochets into each of the stitches all the way round. This will make 24 stitches in your round. So yarn over, put your hook through so you've got this little V shape on top of your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, that's 1, and again yarn over through the same stitch again, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So go ahead and continue making 2 treble crochets in each of the stitches, and I'll meet you back round in a moment. So as you can see, I've now completed 2 trebles into each of the stitches. This has given me 24 stitches, and I now need to slip stitch into the top of the first treble to join that round. Now for round 3 we need to chain 3, and then into the top of your next stitch you need to do 2 trebles. There's 1, and there's 2. So this is what you need to do for this round 3. You need to do 1 treble into the next stitch, and 2 treble crochets into the next stitch, one treble into the next stitch, and 2 trebles into the next stitch. So I'm now going to finish this round and I'll meet you back in a moment. So by the time you've got round to the end of round 3, you should have 36 stitches. You need to slip stitch into the top of your first treble like so, and now we can do round 4. So what we need to do for round 4 is chain 3, and then into the next stitch you do 1 treble, and then into the next stitch you do 2 trebles. Like so. So that's 1 treble, 1 treble into the next stitch, and then 2 trebles. I shall show you again. So 1 treble crochet into the next stitch, 1 treble crochet into the next stitch, and 2 treble crochets into the next stitch. So I'm now going to continue doing 1 treble crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then 2 treble crochets into the next stitch, and I shall be back in a moment. So I'm now back round. So to complete round 4 we need to slip stitch into the top stitch of your very first stitch. You should now have 48 stitches. I think that's looking really pretty so far. So round 5, chain 3, 2, 3, 1 treble crochet into the next stitch, 1 treble crochet into the next stitch, and 2 treble crochets into the next stitch. I shall show you again. So 1 treble crochet into the next 3 stitches, and 2 treble crochets into the next stitch. So that's what you need to do to complete this round, is 1 treble crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then 2 treble crochets into your next stitch. I'm going to complete this round and I'll meet you back in a moment. So as you can see, I've now got back round to round 5, and you should have a total of 60 stitches. So we will not be doing any more increasing now. So this is just how the hat starts off. So what I need to do now is I need to slip stitch into the top of the first stitch, and there we go. So now the pattern will change. Okay, so for round 6 you need to chain 1 and turn your work. So this will be the inside of your hat. What we need to do now is we need to do 1 double crochet in every single stitch all the way round. So insert your hook into that chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. I shall show you that again. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. So in the USA this is your single crochet, in the UK this is your double crochet. So I'm now going to put 1 double crochet into every single stitch all the way round. Once I've done that, I will meet you back and we will see what happens next. So as you can see, I'm now back round. What you need to do now is you need to slip stitch into the first double crochet. So insert your hook so you have the little V on top, yarn over and pull through, and then pull through again. So you've now completed your slip stitch and that round. So that is round 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's round 6. So what you need to do now is you need to chain 3 and turn your work. Now for this, so for this round it's going to be different. So you need to do 1 treble crochet into that stitch, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do what they call 2 treble tog. So that's 2 treble crochets together, or if you're in the USA this is your 2 double crochets together. So what you need to do now is yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through the first 2 and stop there. You would have 2 loops on your hook, but don't worry about those for a moment. Need to yarn over again, insert your hook back into that very same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. You will now have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the very first 2. You will now have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. The loop on your hook does not count as anything. I shall show you this stitch again. So you need to yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 and stop, yarn over, go back into the very same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. You now have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through the very first 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So this is what you will need to do for this round, is to do 2 treble togs together in every stitch. That's what I'm going to do, and I shall meet you back round in a moment. So as you can see, I've now completed that round. It's looking really pretty, I think. So that's round 7 completed. So all I need to do now is to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 like so, chain 1 and turn your work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do 1 double crochet into the first stitch, and then we're going to do 1 double crochet all the way around this round like so. So I'm going to continue doing 1 double crochet all the way around, and I shall meet you back in a moment. So I've now completed round 8. I need to slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet. I need to chain 3 and turn your work. So for round 9 you need to yarn over and into the next stitch you need to do 1 half treble crochet. So if you're in the USA or anywhere else, this is your half double crochet. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. I shall show you that once again. Yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 stitches. So this is a half treble stitch. So what you need to do now is you need to do 1 half treble stitch in each of the stitches all the way around. I shall show you once again. Yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So I'm now going to complete this round and I'll meet you back in a moment. So as you can see, I've now completed row 9. I just need to slip stitch into the top of this chain 3 like so. So now I need to chain 1 and turn my work so I have the back of my work facing towards me. So what we need to do now is we need to insert your hook into that first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through. So we are now going to do 1 double crochet all the way around for this round. So I'll show you again. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So I'm now going to complete that all the way around, and I shall be back in a moment. So as you can see, I've now completed round 10. All I need to do now is to slip stitch straight into the top of the first stitch, like so. So what you will need to do now is to repeat rows 6 through to 10. So row 6 was the doing 1 double crochet in every single stitch around. Row 7 was doing the 2 treble tog together. Row 8 was the double crochet round, doing 1 double crochet all the way around. Row 9 is the half treble stitch, or the half double stitch if you're in the USA or anywhere else. And row 10, which I've just completed, is the double crochet round. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to complete rows 6 through to 10. I'm going to do that twice, and then I shall come back and then we shall finish off the hat. So just one thing to add before I start my 2 repeats is when you finish row 10 to go on to row 11, chain 1, but do not turn your work. Make sure that the back of your work is still facing you. So for row 11, just make sure that the back of your work is still facing you. So for all of the double crochet rows, you will need to make sure that the back of your work is facing you. I shall see you soon when I have completed my 2 repeats. So as you can see, I've now repeated my pattern twice. So I'm just finishing off row 20 here. I'm just going to slip stitch into the first double crochet, and now we can start the border. So please make sure that you have the back of the work still facing you. You'll know it's the back with the tail this facing you. What we're doing now for the border is the crab stitch. So what you need to do is chain 1, if you wish to make your stitch a slightly bit bigger, then just chain 2, which is what I'm going to do. So for doing the crab stitch, you need to, so for crabs obviously they walk sideways. So what we need to do now is we need to work in the other direction. Obviously, because I'm right-handed, I work anti-clockwise round, if you know what I mean. So for doing the crab stitch, you need to do it in reverse, so you need to go clockwise round. So what we need to do is we need to put your crochet hook through through your last stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both of them, like so. I'll do that again for you. Go into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Into the stitch, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. And this is the crab stitch. What it does is it makes a nice pattern on the bottom, like a little ruffled pattern. So all I'm doing is just into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So I'm now going to continue doing the crab stitch all the way around, and I'll meet you back in a moment. So as you can see, I've now got back round to the start of doing the crab stitch. All I'm actually going to do now is to go into, actually if I show you, I'm actually going into the stitch here. There's a tiny hole, so I'm just going to go in there and crab stitch, and then I'm just going to cut my yarn, pull through and just pull that down a bit, and then I'm going to get my darning needle and sew in the ends. Oops. So I'm just going to go pull this back through here, so that should drop that stitch down to make it look the same as the rest. And then I'm just going to work through a few of the stitches to hide this tail, like so. Like that. So that's that one done. And I'm just going to sew in this one. Oops, that's not very good. There we go. So I'm just going to do exactly the same, just go through some stitches. And this will also tighten the hole that we had at the top of the very beginning. And then I'm just going to snip that off. Put my darning needle back. Okay. And there we have my first designed hat. So I'm going to call this the Coral Breeze hat. So this is it up a bit closer for you. It's beautiful. It's like I say, it's a beginner's tutorial. It's like I say, I've only been crocheting since September 2017, so I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. please leave me a comment down below. I will enjoy replying to you and talking to you. Please let me know if you have tried out this, if you're going to try this out. I would really appreciate that, and I'd really love to see it. And thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.